Here are the things we did in Paris with our 3 kids and whether I recommend them as kid-friendly or not. Welcome to day 16 of my series Around the World in 30 Days. I want to preface by saying the weather wasn't great when we were there, so that added an extra difficulty to all of these activities. To start things off, we went to Carrette. It's a very popular cafe. If you've ever scrolled any videos about Paris, you've probably seen the gourmet hot chocolate there. And while the atmosphere was very cute, the cafe was small inside and the tables were very close together. It was pouring rain outside, so we were grateful to have a place to warm up, but it was crowded with tiny tables and very expensive food. So no, I would not recommend it if you're traveling with kids. From Carrette, we walked close by to the Place du Trocadero. This is the above viewpoint of the Eiffel Tower, and it was my kids' first time seeing it. It was a magical experience. I could stare at the Eiffel Tower from any angle, but I love seeing it from above up here. Then we walked down the stairs and across the river to see the Eiffel Tower up close, just as it was turning to nighttime. We hopped on a 1-hour sightseeing river cruise, which I also highly recommend with kids. The boat has an inside seating area that kept us warm and an audio guide for the tour, but we really loved seeing Paris at night from the top deck. I highly recommend this as it's affordable and very kid-friendly. When we got off the boat, the Eiffel Tower was sparkling. It does this for 5 minutes every hour on the hour and is a must-see in Paris. Another experience that we booked was the tour of the catacombs. I was nervous that it may be boring for kids, but they loved it. They were fascinated by all of the bones and the long winding staircase we went down and up to get in there. You go through a series of tunnels as well, which is good to keep their legs moving. I wore my baby during this experience, FYI, because there are no strollers allowed. Next on the list is Notre Dame. If you plan to take your kids here, be sure to show them the Hunchback of Notre Dame movie prior to your trip to build excitement, but consider skipping the scary parts. I absolutely loved seeing how this magnificent building has been restored after the fire. It's free to enter and you don't have to stay for long, just as long as the kids are interested. My kids' favorite part was the collectible coin that they got as a souvenir. We also stopped by the Louvre, but just the outside. I know that walking through museums is not a great activity for kids, so I would not recommend that, especially a beast like the Louvre. There's a yummy bakery that's nearby and it's spacious and affordable, so that I do recommend. And lastly, how could I not take them to Disneyland Paris? We spent a day and a half here and it was not long enough. Keep in mind, Disneyland Paris does get cold. We went in February and wore many layers of clothes and we're still cold. There are other details in Disneyland Paris that make it different from the US parks, so even if you're a seasoned Disney goer, it will benefit you to use a travel specialist. That's me. I can book it for you, and in most cases, my services are free. The nighttime show was spectacular and had me in tears. The castle is gorgeous and the rides were so impressive and different from how they are back in the US. I cannot wait to go back. That's all we had time for in our short trip to Paris with our kids. When we go back, I'm sure we'll do more. If you're new here, I'm Cami. I share travel content for families and I book your travel too. I hope you'll stay, and if not, thanks for watching to the end of this video.